before I start, my right pocket has my phone, my left pocket has my keys and my wallet, every day. Param mentioned about getting to the gate and feeling a bit disorganised. Where's my badge? Well, I got to the gate, I'm always carrying my heavy satchel and my umbrella. And it took about 4 days of bending over with my card to think there had to be a better way. Check this out. I never have to bend over again. There's always a solution. On the screen here we have an incredible bridge. This bridge was designed by a Year 6 student that I taught here at NIST. And if there's time, I'll come back and talk a little bit about this student and what they've achieved. It's a really spectacular structure. Okay, so if I were to have rung my mother this morning and told her that I was coming to talk to the Year 6 about Year 6 is about organisation, her reaction would have been to laugh. Because my mum doesn't think I'm very organised. Because when I was your age, in Year 6, my school bag was a disaster. It was disorganised. Anything that came out of my school bag looked like that, all crumpled and mangled. My food got squashed. My mum would always find all sorts of surprises in my bags. And my teachers were never, ever happy. So, I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how I managed to get myself organised. For me, I would say naturally, I'm not a very organised person. I have to work really, really hard at it. And I think that's the message I'd probably like to leave with you today is if you have something that you're not good at or something that you find difficult, you don't have to live with it. With a little bit of effort, you can turn it around. So, firstly, here are some of the tools that I use for my job. I use my laptop here, my tablet all the time. My wife tells me I use it too much. I use my phone all the time. It's always in my pocket. I use it for email. I use it for telephone calls, obviously. SMS, calendar appointments. I use it a great deal. And I also use an iPad, and I use the iPad a lot for reading, catching up on things that I need to read. Which is a big part of my job, to stay knowledgeable and to keep up with your teachers, and that takes quite a bit of doing. I need to read a great deal. And sometimes it's in the form of books, and other times it's in the form of blogs or emails that come through. And I subscribe to different blogs, and they get sent straight through to my computer. So, but what I'm here to talk to you about today is actually email. Because my job, although I'm the principal and should be dealing with people, most of that contact for me comes through email. If people need something from me, they email me. If people want to tell me something, more often than not, they email me. If there's a job that needs doing, usually it comes through an email or I have to use my computer to do the job. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Since starting at NIST here, and I've only been here a few weeks, I've already sent 786 emails. And I've already received over 2,000 emails just since school started. So you can see email is a big part of my job. And what happens is, if I'm not organised, I end up spending my whole day in my office, not talking to anybody, at my computer. And that is a disaster if that happens. So I need to make sure that I have a system to keep me on track. So the first rule that I have is I have to set aside some time every day to read emails, just to read through them and see what's in my inbox. And you'll see there at the top of the screen, up here it says check emails. There's a little piece of my calendar to make sure that I do it. So that was what I did this morning for about half an hour, just before school started. And I'll do that again, you can't see the bottom of the calendar, but I'll do that again tonight before I leave, and again tonight when I get home. The next thing I need to do is I need to sort through my emails, and I use a color coding system so that when I'm reading my emails, what I used to do is I'd get an email from somebody and I'd start dealing with it. I'd start trying to solve the problem, reply, save it somewhere, start working on the project, and that was really inefficient use of my time. It would take me a long time and then I wouldn't get to see what the other emails were. So I use this color coding system, and you can see it there on the left-hand side. Red means I need to follow up, something I need to do, and I need to get on with it. The purple one is just to refer to. It's usually for information, and I may only need to hold on to it for a day or two. For example, if there's a big event coming up, and it's got all the instructions, I'll keep it just to refer to it. Blue for me is to reply. If the person needs a response from me. Yellow to file, the orangey colour there to print, and green to read, because often I get sent a lot of things that I don't need to do anything with, but I need to read so that I'm knowledgeable. And you can see on the right hand side there a series of emails from my inbox from the last couple of days that have already been colour coded. Now, the golden rule, my sister told me this, she said to me, you do not leave emails in your inbox. When you go home at the end of the day, she said to me, you should have 0 emails. Because she said to me, if you were collecting mail, regular post, a letter in the mail, you wouldn't go down to the mailbox, read it, think, oh, I need to do something with that, and stick it back in the mailbox. You don't store stuff in there. It's not designed to keep things. So that's why I deal with them straight away. Now, sometimes I have to save or file emails, and I use 2 different systems for this. One system, if I need just to refer back to it later, is I have a series of folders underneath my inbox, and you can see a whole bunch there. And I can just drag the email across and drop it in. And the other program I use, and it may be a program that you use in your class, is OneNote. Hands up if you use OneNote. You used that before? Yeah. So I use that a lot, and I can just click a button, and the email shoots across to OneNote. Then, the next thing I do is if I have an email that comes in, and I'll show you this in a moment, I can right-click it and send it to my calendar. So if there's a job that comes in that I need to work on, and I need, say, an hour to do the job, I can put it into my calendar and set aside an hour to work on it. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, let's go to my email. Let's see what's in my email. Okay. So I have a series of emails here that just happen to be from Year 6 teachers, so we'll find out what they say. The first one, dear Mr. Brett, I just wanted to let you know that the Year 6 students this year are awesome. Regards, Miss Jill. Is this true? Is this true? Are you awesome? Really? What should I do do I need to do anything with that email? Reply? What would I reply? What might I say to Miss Jill? You're right? Okay. So, the first thing I would do, because you want me to reply, is I just right-click the email and click reply. Now, that email is down the bottom in the reply section. So later on today, when I set some time aside to do this, I would go back and write back to Miss Jill, and I might say, it's really good to hear that. I'm so pleased you have such a wonderful, wonderful group. And here's another one from Miss Jill. It says, dear Mr. Brett, we were just wondering what you had for dinner last night. Please let us know ASAP. So what do I need to do with that? Reply? Okay, so once again I can just right click that and hit reply. Let's do the organize these differently. Let's organize them by date. Alright, let's just shoot up to here and say from Mr. Glenn. Dear Mr. Brett, what time did you go to bed in the evening? The 6 GD students were trying to decide on an appropriate bedtime, and they thought that you might be a good example to follow. What do I need to do there? Reply. Okay, so let's put...
What is your bedtime?
Inconsistent and too late would be my answer. So all over the show. Sometimes early, sometimes late. Never good. Oh, Miss Kyla sent me an email. Let's read this. Dear Mr. Brett, it appears that the window in my office is leaking. Yesterday, during that massive rainstorm, the water was streaming in through my window so quickly that even my feet got wet while sitting at my desk. This is clearly a problem that needs to get sorted. Thank you for your prompt attention. What do I need to do there? Is she wanting me to reply though, or is she wanting me to do something? It's a follow-up? Yep. So I would mark it red, and I'm going to jump ahead because I'm almost over my 10 minutes. I've got 20 seconds left. What I'd actually do is I'll show you one other little trick that I do. This is going to take some time to solve. I'm going to need to go and have a look at myself. I'm going to need to get Kun Param to come with me. And so this is going to be a job. How long do you think I need to sort this one out?
2 hours.
hours? Okay, let's do it for 2 hours. So I right-click and I right-click the email and say move. You go to other folders down here and I go all the way to the bottom and I have calendar. And I go, okay. And up comes an appointment. And now I can choose the time. So let's have a look. Let's do it tomorrow morning. Let's say Wednesday morning. And let's start that one. We've got to get that problem solved for Miss Kyla, so let's start that job nice and early before she gets to school. Get Kun Param out of bed. Let's start at 5 o'clock in the morning. Put it through to 7. Say save and close. Now, when I go to my calendar, tomorrow morning, here's the window leak, and it's marked red because it's the follow-up. So that appears in my calendar as well. I open it up, and here's the email. Now, maybe we go and fix it, and the problem's all sorted, and I want to write back to Miss Kyla. All I do is open the email within my calendar and have a reply. And the best bit of that is, it gets the email out of my inbox. And I'm way over time. So